Hey there, welcome to Getting It Done North of 7. My name's Roland. Today I'm going to show you how to start and use a chainsaw. Today I'll be showing you two different chainsaws, how to start each, and there's a reason for that. We have the Stihl MS271 Farmboss, and we also have the Stihl MS180C. Now you're probably watching this video because you're new to chainsaws, and this is who I'm making the video for. So I'm using Stihl chainsaws, very good brand. I've been using Stihl products for years and I've never had a problem. The first thing you want to do is get fresh fuel, good high test fuel, and get the Stihl chainsaw oil and mix it 50-1. You want to do that properly to get the best performance out of your chainsaws, of course. So your fuel will go here, and then you're going to need your bar oil. Bar oil goes in here. Every time I put fresh fuel in my chainsaw, I also add bar oil. And like I said, I've never had an issue. So first I'm going to show you how to start the MS180 because it's the easiest to do. And then I'm going to show you the Farmboss, how I start it. The reason I'm going to show you this first is because it has an easy start, and that's what the C is for. This is good if you have bad shoulders or anything like that. I mean, this makes starting a chainsaw so much easier. The pull start is much easier to use because you don't have to yank hard on it. You just pull softly, and it works in a way that it spins itself, it drives itself. I'm not sure what you call it, but that's how it works. And then if you don't have the easy start, that's why I'm going to show you on the MS271 how to start it. So starting the MS80 with the easy start. So the first thing you want to do is pull in your trigger here. So you're going to pull the trigger here, hold this button down at the same time, and we're going to flip this switch here onto full choke. Now when I start this, it may start or it may just burp. That's when I'm going to switch this lever to half choke. So be sure to take your chain guard off. You're going to see some people show you how to start a chainsaw, and they're going to grab the cord. They're going to have one hand on the handle, and they're just going to drop it like this and pull the cord at the same time. That's a very unsafe way to start a chainsaw. You could easily cut your leg or cut your leg off. That's very unsafe, and you could easily injure yourself doing that. I recommend you never do that. So again, you can either put your foot here or you can put your foot here. I'm going to put it here because there's more plastic there to hold it. And I'm going to just start pull lightly because it's an easy start chainsaw. Watch this. Now I'm starting this cold and it already fired it up. So it burped already. So now we're going to switch this to half choke. And we're going to put our foot here again and we're going to start it, and it's probably going to go. So you notice how it revved really high when I first started it, and I clicked this off like this. Right away I clicked it off so it would just idle normal. That's because you don't want that revving really high on a cold engine. So remember, just hit the trigger and it'll slow down the idle. It'll idle at a normal rate. So and then you let it warm up for a minute. Just let it idle. You can give it a little bit of gas, but not too much. But let it idle. Let that motor get warmed up, and then you can use your chainsaw any way you like. I'll show you what I mean. So this is normal idle. You could rev it up a little bit just to warm it up, like this. But don't hold it wide open like that. Just let it warm up. So yeah, you do that for a minute. I mean, especially in the winter time, you want to let that motor warm up. So I told you that this was an easy start. Now, easy start was just the pull, but yeah, if you keep your chainsaw maintained and running properly, use the proper fuel, proper oil mixture, you're going to have no troubles with your chainsaw. Now, before I show you how to start the MS271, I want to let you know that I have a playlist all about chainsaws, different topics. You can go to that on my channel and you can watch any video. Maybe there's something in there you may want to learn. I even have videos on cutting wood, splitting wood, all that sort of thing. So let's get to the MS271. Here it is. It's a bigger chainsaw. It's a heavy chainsaw. This is for doing more work. The lighter chainsaw is for just light work, maybe just cutting a tree here once in a while, cutting branches off, cutting up a bit of firewood. That's a good chainsaw for that situation. Where you need a bigger chainsaw for more work, like all this wood here. I get a truckload of logs and I'll cut them all up for firewood. So this is where the 271 comes in handy. It can handle big jobs like that. This one can handle it too, but I want a chainsaw that doesn't have to work as hard. So this one here, it was a bit of a pig to start, but it's not that bad, at least when you start it correctly. So again, I'll take the chain guard off and I'll show you exactly what we're going to do here. Again, no primer bulb, not needed. So we'll do the trigger thing again, pull it in, push this down, pull your trigger in, hold it, and put the lever all the way to full choke, right there. So I believe on the Stihl site, they say to put your brake on when you start a chainsaw. I don't do that. I'm starting it on the ground properly. I'm holding it down properly. So if the chain wants to spin freely at start, that's fine with me. I know it's going to be safe. So again, we put our foot here on the handle. When I said this is a little harder to start, I mean, it's harder to pull and it doesn't have the easy start. So it's a little bit different, but not. So I'm gonna pull on this until it burps and you're just gonna hear a quick blah. It wants to start, but doesn't. And then we're going to switch the lever back here to half throttle and it should start after that. Again, this chainsaw is cold, just like the other one. This chainsaw hasn't run in about a week. So we're going to grab the handle and we're going to give it a pull. No burp yet. There, you hear that burp? So now we're going to switch our lever back to half throttle, put it back down here, and it should start soon. See how I kicked it off? But I kicked it off too soon. So again, two different chainsaws. One's an easy start, one's not an easy start. I showed you how to start both. Kind of similar, you just don't have to pull as hard on the easy start. So what can happen when you flood your chainsaw is when you have it in full choke and you keep pulling even after you hear the burp. Even if you pull one more time past the burp, chances are you will flood your chainsaw and then you're gonna have issues. What if that happens? So if you end up flooding your chainsaw, just put the lever here in the run position. Put your knee on it right here. Hold the gas wide open, like your throttle, this trigger here. Hold it wide open, don't let go. Grab your pull cord and pull like 15 to 20 times. And it'll start up and then it'll smoke a bit and just keep it revved up a little bit and the smoke will clear and you'll unflood your chainsaw. So there you go, that's how you start your chainsaw. Now you want to know how to use it. Just make sure that you use your safety gear, your headgear, your glasses, your gloves, your boots, and you should have chainsaw pants on just to be safe. And just remember, one mistake could be deadly with a chainsaw, so just be careful. You don't have to be scared of it, just get comfortable with it, especially if you're a beginner. Keep your arms tight and strong and make sure that you're using your safety gear. Don't work overhead like this. Just be careful with it and you'll get comfortable with it as time goes. So I wish you all the luck with your chainsaw. And don't forget, if you want to know more things about chainsaws, go to that playlist I mentioned. I'll leave a link as the pinned comment in the comments below this video where you can find that playlist. I want to thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please give me a thumbs up and we'll see you on the next video.